What's up, everybody, and welcome to my Monday Night Raw review. 24 hours after Extreme Rules, the horror show, however you want to call it. If that was a horror show, alright. Go check out that video out right now. It is uploaded online, the review to Extreme Rules. A lot of wrestling this weekend, I should say. Check out that one and the review to Slammiversary that is also posted up online right now also. But moving on from that, we do get into Monday Night Raw tonight. We do kick it off, of course, with the whole eye for an eye thing from last night. We get Seth Rollins and Murphy coming out. Seth came out, and this right here, he talked about Rey Mysterio, about his vision, if he was going to make a full recovery or whatnot. And he referred to this as a globe luxuration, and that when Mysterio's eye came out of his socket, Rollins knew the stipulation of this match. He knew what happened would stay with him the rest of his life. And he said the image of Rey Mysterio just holding his own bloody eye, which wasn't really a lot of blood there, would stay with him forever. And that it was disgusting. It was violent. It was barbaric. And, you know, it was more than he expected. That it was sick to his stomach. And that's basically why he puked all over the place. But Rollins went on to say that, you know, he asked whether he regrets what happened. And the answer to the question is with a question. Do you regret what you have done to me? He asked the people out there that the fans are the ones that made the Monday Night Messiah, that the fans made him the monster he's become, and that Rey Mysterio was the person who selected this stipulation. Actions have consequences. And what happened to Rey Mysterio last night, it was ugly, it was unfortunate, and we don't have time to dwell on the past. We need to move on to the future. Mysterio is out of sight, and there's no one left in his way to stand for the greater good. Next, you know, Aleister Black comes out and basically, how dare you deflect any of the blame from yourself for what you did to Rey Mysterio, and he said, this is all in your hands. Rey's blood is on your hands, and he's here to rectify all of it. Murphy tried to come up and attack Aleister Black, but Black kicked him. He headed to the ring, which Seth got out of there, which basically turned into a match between Seth Rollins and Aleister Black, a match I feel like I've seen a lot of times in the past before, but we did see it again right here, and looking at this match, not a bad match, I should say. A really good match. Some say this should be saved for SummerSlam, but this was still good. I know Murphy got involved, and Black ended up hitting the black mass on him after he hit a black mass on Seth. And like I said, throughout this match, he got back in. Black ended up hitting Rollins with a big kick to the head. He tried to grab for him, but Rollins was focused on his arm a lot throughout this match. He wrenched his arm to the ground, and Seth hit the curb stomp for the win. But before they could even leave, they went back to beat up Aleister Black again, focusing on that arm and just stepping on it several times, throwing it into the barricade. And Rollins told him, you know, you brought this on yourself. You did this, all right? You did this. And they kept beating his arm onto the announce table. He says, where are your friends to save you, huh? Where are they? The Messiah is going to save you. And he ended up stepping on his arm. Yes, where were Aleister Black's friends? What happened to Humberto right there? He was always helping him. What happened to that guy? So Black, some people believe he should be in a better position than just being involved, because all he's really done is just be Rey Mysterio's buddy right now and just try to help him instead of doing his own thing. But now he just got his arm stepped on several times, getting beat up by Seth. And where were his friends, huh? Why did nobody come out to save him? There was no saves throughout all of this, so he was not around. No one was around to help him out, and Seth just ended up stepping all over his arm. Next, though, we got Ron Simmons. Surprisingly, he was backstage. Ron Simmons was talking to both Bobby Lashley and MVP. He said there's a better way to do things. They gave him a dap and whatnot, and they said it was going to talk about it. But then MVP called Truth over, and he said, hey, come in for a second. We need you for something tonight. He said Power Crew's the real champion. Like, you don't trust them. And MVP said, listen, man, we gonna listen. You need to come out here to the ring with us tonight, which Truth didn't want to do. And then Lashley said we're gonna have a new 24/7 champion. Next thing you know, Shelton Benjamin shows up, and now he wins the 24/7 championship from R-Truth. So hey, Shelton Benjamin, a guy that's barely found on his show, gets a title just from out of nowhere. Okay, a title out of nowhere. I'm very interested in Ron Simmons was there, but this isn't the first, last time we see Ron Simmons throughout the night. I'm surprised he was even on this show. I don't know what he's there for, but they must have something for Ron Simmons. I don't know, but we'll see what he does then. Interesting, though. But Bobby Lashley, MVP, and Shelton Benjamin came out, talk about Apollo Crews, how, Crews got ragdolled by Lashley so bad that he had to stay at home, which basically I feel like this is another code word for he's got the virus. I don't know if he does in that, but I have a feeling he has the virus, or why they said he failed a physical. That's why he couldn't make the show. And MVP talked about we gonna beat up Dumb and Dumber tonight, Ricochet and Cedric Alexander, and we gonna head to the after party and celebrate like some champions. But Ricochet and Cedric Alexander came out and called them Dumb and Dumber, and that line is from 2006. I swear that movie was in the 90s, though. And they went on to say that they will become champions without MVP's help. Ricochet's not really that much of a good promo, I should say, on the mic, but MVP pretty much told him that, listen, how about this? You two pick any of us three to face, and we'll do this right now. And, because they only got no tag partner. But they did have a tag partner, and it was the returning Mustafa Ali. Where the fuck has he been? I thought he was going to be the hacker for SmackDown last time I checked. Whatever happened to that whole story, I don't know. I think they just dropped it. I feel like he was supposed to be the hacker in all this, but I think they scrapped it, and I think he was moved to Raw last time I checked. I don't know what's going on with Mustafa Ali. I'm just glad he's finally back on TV, but way too long since we have seen this guy anywhere, okay? But at least he got the win over MVP. He hit him with a 450, so good match for what it was with the 6-man and everything. So at least Mustafa Ali got a win being back on the show again. But yeah, I don't know what happened to Mustafa Ali. He just disappeared, and I swear, like I said, I thought he was going to be the hacker gimmick, but that did not end up happening. Randy Orton was backstage cutting a promo, talking about moments that have changed his life. From being an Evolution to going against Mick Foley, being the youngest world champion. And, those aren't the moments he's talking about. But he wants to talk about it was 175 days ago that he slammed the chair down to Edge's repaired neck. And talk about his friendships with Edge, Christian, and the Big Show are done. That, he said they all helped him save him from himself in the past. But now this is the moment that's brought so much pain to many people. Now it's brought him satisfaction. And, it feels good just to be standing over their bodies and everything. And the people that paved the way for the WWE locker room just to do it again. And he ended Edge's career at Backlash and talked about how he took out Christian and gave him just one match and everything. And now he's going to enjoy ending Big Show tonight. So, another great promo by Randy Orton in general. Right after that, though, once again, I see Ron Simmons was back again, talking to the Viking Raiders this time. I don't know what that was about, but that's 2 times we've seen Ron Simmons throughout this entire night. The last time we see him tonight, but interesting, we see him 2 times right there. They end up interviewing Christian, I guess, from home. Samoa Joe asked him how he's been doing since Orton kicked him in the head and everything, and, he didn't know what he was getting into, so he didn't expect what Orton was doing once he had Ric Flair with him. Christian pretty much says he'll never look at Orton Flair the same again, and he knew he would never be the same. They also asked him about his health and everything, and asked if Big Show's walking the Orange Trap. Christian said he doesn't feel good, but he would guarantee that Orton is going to get what's coming to him, and that Big Show's going to knock him out cold tonight. So at least we got something from Christian, though we haven't heard from him in a while, but at least we got something from him tonight, I guess, from his house, which they spoke to. So very interesting segment, I will say, from that. So yeah, we got Christian. Next, Bianca Belair was in the back being interviewed, and she talked about the whole EST thing and whatnot, and the faster the strong is the best. You know I'm going with this. And Peyton Royce showed up to pretty much talk about Bianca Belair and how about her team with Ruby Riott last week, and they wonder where Billie Kay ran off to, huh? What happened to Billie Kay? That's a good question. What did happen to Billie Kay? It's kind of odd that we don't see her without Peyton Royce, so that's kind of strange. But Bianca Belair said, well, this match is going to be good, and it's going to be iconic. Ruby Riott went against Peyton Royce. Ruby Riott won, so at least she gets another win. It's not much I can say from this match. It's the Iconics, okay? So what do I have much to say from this? Not a lot. Ruby Riott gets the win. That's all I can say. Tri Crusoe was gonna go interview Almond Scars and Zelina Vega about tonight, but next the Street Profits jump from him out of nowhere and attack those guys and everything, and say like, we'll see y'all in the ring and whatnot. Which was a very good tag match then, too. I was actually surprised that the champions went over, but a very good tag match. And I'm sure everybody was just talking about the Frog Splash Montez Ford then, okay? This dude caused so much hang time in the air and inverted that shit over. It's saying he twisted that Frog Splash. He went from a regular Frog Splash, twisted that shit around in midair, and landed on the other side. Clean, precision spot. Like I said, man, Montez Ford is a guy you need to be looking for if they ever turn this guy single, okay? I feel like he could be a star. The guy just oozes freaking charisma out there, and he just be flying like crazy all over the place sometimes. So, Ford, I'd say watch out for him. But, like I say, him, even on that Frog Splash, that Frog Splash looks cool as hell, alright? The way he does it, just inverted that shit. Inverted it. Go watch the clip. Watch the clip. You will enjoy it. Inverted the hell out of that Frog Splash. But, they did... Almond Scars and Vega pretty much start showing, talking to him, barking and whatnot. Just going back and forth with each other. And, Vega tried to calm them down. And, we gotta be on the same page. We gotta beat tonight to prove that. Sasha and Bayley came out as Sasha had the Raw Women's title, since all of them hold all the belts right now in the women's division. A lot of people have been accusing Banks stealing the whole title and whatnot, but she fought for this championship. She wasn't handed to it by Becky Lynch, that she had to fight for this title, and that Asuka spraying agreements into the referee. That's why the ref couldn't continue. So Bayley took over because she's the role model she is, and she did the right thing to win both of those titles. But, since they said they out of the gold, Asuka came out with Kairi Sane, talking about that Sasha was now ready for her, that she is a thief right after, and Asuka wants that title back. But next thing you know, we got Stephanie McMahon showing up on the screen. So we get Stephanie McMahon somehow on this show and said that, listen, they saw what happened at this whole horror show last night, and Sasha didn't win the match, nor did Bayley. So next week the title will be on the line, and, Sasha could, that title could be lost by pin, submission, DQ, count out, whatever and that. And if Bayley interferes, she'll be disqualified and lose that championship. So, either way, she will lose the belt. Kairi and them came in, though, attacked after. That was going to be a match between Kairi Sane and Bayley up next. Segment itself wasn't that bad, I will say that. Stephanie McMahon. Some say it was unadvertised and everything, which is true, but does anybody care if Stephanie McMahon was on TV and not being on a monitor or just being live? I don't know, okay? Right after that, Bayley went against Kairi Sane. Really good match. Really, really good match. Really enjoyed it. But unfortunately, some say the rumors that Kairi Sane is going to be on her way out of the WWE door soon. I've been hearing that for multiple count of weeks now, that she will be gone. I don't know how much of this is true, but that is the Yeah, I don't know if it's true, but that is what's going on with apparently with Kairi Sane right now. She's supposedly going to be gone from the company after this. So, like I said, people say her foot has been out the door for a minute now. I don't know if this was her last match today. I don't know if it is or not. I don't know if next Monday will be. I don't know what's going on with Kairi Sane. For all I know, it could be her last day on this show, but I don't know. I'm just going from the rumor I've read with her being allegedly going to be gone really soon. Drew McIntyre came out, I guess was going to wonder what his next match is going to be for SummerSlam, and talked about his match with Ziggler and whatnot. And as he talked about focus on SummerSlam, who his next opponent was going to be, Dolph Ziggler came back out saying that, his fear and everything what happened, McIntyre's eye, and pretty much talked about there's a lot of stipulations, and that he wanted a rematch, just give him one more shot. Drew kept calling him an embarrassment because he wanted another title shot. He said, listen, I already beat you. But, Drew ended up hitting him with a Glasgow kick to the ground. But Ziggler told him to come back, and he says, listen to me. I need you to accept this match. Which McIntyre told Ziggler that he changed the match. He accepted the match. He wasn't going to give him the match at first, but now he did. He says, what about the stipulation, huh? Tell me the stipulation. And he says, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do what you did to me. I have to wait till all the way to Extreme Rules, so you gotta wait till the next show then, or whatever the next pay-per-view show is. You're gonna have to wait. You're going to have to wait, just like he did, hours or just moments for the pay-per-view or whatever match. Ziggler just looked really confused. Do I need to see Ziggler and Drew again? No, not really. I honestly don't. I don't need to see, it should have been me again, guy, and whatnot. Like I said, it wasn't a bad match last night on Friday, but still. I don't need to see this match in general, okay? I really don't. So, like I said, last night's match was good, but come on. Who believes in Dolph Ziggler like that? Let's be honest. Who really believes in Dolph Ziggler like that? Because it's not a lot of people, and he's basically been looking like shit for God knows how long in this company. Big Show's in the back cutting a promo, talking about Orton attacking his friends and going at everybody, and that he tried to lift them from the dark, but she's been in there too long, and he knows the career health is in jeopardy and whatnot, and talk about it's been a while since he's gone against the Legend Killer and everything, and Show pretty much said, yeah, we had nicknames before, the Hammer and the Chisel and whatnot, and that we were friends and everything, because not a lot to have in this business. Excuse me, in the business and whatnot. And, basically right here, Show was calling him a legend killer and everything, that a tiger never changes his stripes, and he's trying to deal with the weight of the world of the largest athlete and whatnot. And now Orton's just a sadistic legend killer that boots people in the head, and now he's going to end this tonight, and, the end is near for Randy Orton when he takes him down tonight. So a very great promo by Big Show before the main event, which we got Big Show versus Randy Orton in an unsanctioned match. The match was very predictable, of course. Now I know Almas and Garza came out and attacked Big Show, but then the Viking Raiders came for the save then right after. Right after that, Big Show did have control, was trying to go for that KO punch, but Orton got out of it. And Show had Orton on the table, but before then, Orton pretty much got out of there. And he just got out of that spot, and Drew ended up going into the table, and then, Vader like he's going to go for a splash on the top of the ladder, but he got hit with a what did he get hit by? What did he get hit by, now that I think about it? I think it was a chair or something like that. Yeah, I think it was. Got hit by a chair multiple times. First time it was going down right there. But, like I said before, you have to wait another minute or two before going back in there. Wow, I feel like I'm kind of losing track on this to where I'm going right now after the whole Almas and Garza thing. But, like I said, Big Show's just focused on Orton's leg throughout this entire time. But, Orton pretty much told Big Show, I think it's like dropping RKO. Not that Big Show, but somebody in the crowd said dropping with RKO out there. Which Orton, like Big Show was already down, except Orton just set him up and put him with like another kick to the head and an RKO. And then it was like over after two RKOs, I should say, too. Two of those RKOs. But, it ended up with Orton winning the match. Of course, he hit the RKO. And after that whole table thing and whatnot, Big Show tried to get up. He got hit with the Future Shot DDT. Still kicked out. And then he got hit with an RKO and the Future Shot DDT. And that's what ended the show, as Orton did his praises, pose and whatnot in the air. Some people wonder where Ric Flair was tonight. Now, apparently, Ric Flair's wife has got the virus again. And that Flair doesn't. Some very scary stuff. I know he tried to say he was in Florida, but they were way back on Atlanta last time I checked. So, I don't know what's going on, really. It's all I really know from this. That's why Ric Flair was not there tonight, because I was wondering where he was. I know some people say, like my neighbor said, that he's kind of fed up with WWE because of the material they give him. They don't let him go out and say what he wants, which is kind of true. They gave Rick a live microphone. Shit will probably go insane throughout the entire place, but that's what we're not getting here, okay? But overall, though, Raw, better show than Extreme Horror Show, I will say that. Of course, they built off the unsanctioned match and everything. Like I said, Big Show ended up still losing this match. Orton came in with the RKO, punch to the head or whatnot. And right after, Orton had a chair, and then Big Show was still on the ground and everything, and he couldn't get up. Flair pretty much moved in for the kill. He got some chairs, handed all the mask guys and whatnot. And as soon as he got up, they started beating him with the chairs then right after. But basically, it stops from here. Could really stop something like that, though. But yeah, like I said, Flair, I don't know. Like I said, my neighbor said something about how they're not using Flair says they're not utilizing right, instead of trying to put over anything to be Ric Flair, be Ric Flair, which is true. I'd rather see that than whatever they try to feed him out there every week. So, but I don't think they're gonna have him come out there, bleed him, throw his jacket all over the place. That's probably the only problem with some of these companies. All right, that's what I can say from it. But overall, this show tonight for Raw, like I said, other than the main event, which is probably the most hype thing on the show. What else? The women's title rematch of the Raw was actually pretty good, despite the DQ booking, of course. Really tired from this today, but yeah, it's all I can really take from this, and what Montez flying all over the place. Okay, but other than that, that's my review of Raw tonight. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. Check out any review that is online right now. Like I said, comment, subscribe, find me on Twitter at HoodieNight890. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.